What is up, guys? Brand new with the AC. My microphone's all fucked up right now. Yeah, that's annoying. I gotta fix that shit. Alright, that shit's better. And now we ride. So for those of you thinking it, listen, I already know. It's been a while since I put out a video. And that's just because I've had some life shit going on. Right? We all have those times. Everything gets turned upside down, and unexpectedly, you're having to make life decisions that affect your path from here on out. And I'll get into it a little bit, and I won't get into too much detail because some of it involves other people, and it's not the internet's business. But to add a little bit of context to it for you guys, I had to move out of the house that I was in, and in my last few videos you may have noticed a change in scenery specific to where I start and end my videos. So recording videos, although not an extremely difficult task. Look at this fucking nut job. He's all in fucking running around in pumpkin silkies. It's goddamn 45 degrees out. Maybe I'm just a pussy. But anyway, my studio was an office, but it's coming along. I mean, I've got a computer, I've got a camera, so I can make it work. But the last one I put out was the winter video to the 250 subscribers. Finally hit that mark. I was able to get that LED weapon light out to the winner. It was great. Super happy we finally hit that, and then kind of fell off the map for a few weeks, and I do apologize, guys. But in addition to that, all the motovloggers in this area, which is not too many of them, Jesus Christ, man, I got a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Okay, anyway. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, motovloggers in this area. Man, we had like, in the month of October, it took until like the 9th before we had a day where it wasn't just nearly freezing and raining. And guess what? It snowed last weekend. Like, no shit. Like, actual snow falling from the sky and collecting on the ground. But you've heard me bitch about it before. We go from 90-degree days to freezing temperatures in the matter of a couple weeks. On the flip side of that, we go from snowstorms to 90 degrees also in a matter of a couple weeks. So sadly, these motovlogs are going to come to an end. But as promised, I'll be making videos in the Jeep. Some Jeeper vlogs. So I'll try to get more into the Jeeping stuff. But mainly, if you guys have been here since the beginning, you know I like to talk about shit. And it's rarely actually motorcycle stuff. It's life stuff. It's man stuff. And the subject today is something that just isn't really talked about very often. And I was already thinking it, and I'll get into why a little bit later. But earlier this week, Ginger Ninja Man put out a video about toxic communities. And basically what he was talking about is specific to the motovlog world, but I mean, it really happens in all communities, right? To where you get these keyboard warriors and there's people bullying back and forth, and even though I may have thick skin, not everybody in the world's like that, right? And sometimes shit like that can go very wrong. So he's mentioning a few, one or two motovloggers, I forget who they are. You can watch his video to check it out. But a few motovloggers that had kind of fallen off the map and hadn't put out a video in a year even. And he's wondering what the hell happened to him. The subject today is kind of two-part. It's one, how do you guys deal with your life when you're just in a fucking funk? When you're feeling like you just can't catch a break, the whole world's against you, you can't do anything right, you know, all that shit. What do you do? What do you do to self-motivate? Can you self-motivate? Not many people can. And do you have a crew, whether that be friends or family, that supports you and actually there to recognize that there's something wrong, and they're there to support you and help you out? Now, I think that more and more we get caught up in technology, and you know, not just because you have 1,000 friends on Facebook doesn't mean you have 1,000 friends, right? Now, I can honestly say that since I started doing this, I literally have friends that I feel pretty close to that I've never even met. And that's because we've taken it upon ourselves to be in contact with each other, sometimes every day. I tell you what, I've had girlfriends I haven't talked to every day. Take a little time out to check out the leaves here. This isn't the best place in Minnesota to be checking out the change of the colors of the leaves and all that, but there are some spots that are just gorgeous. And be honest, I don't know where the fuck I'm going right now. I'm just riding. I've had a rough day and I just need to get on the bike. It's a solid 45 degrees, but whatever, I got gear. That's why you buy gear, right? Board shorts and flip-flops during the summer, and then throw on the fucking leather when that shit dips below 60. Well, there's no guessing on where I should go here. It's either left or right. Left it is. But do you guys have a support system in place? More importantly, what are you doing today to be a better person tomorrow? Now, are you, as a family member, say a spouse or a father or a mother, or even a friend, maybe even a coworker, are you doing your due diligence and trying to recognize maybe some destructive symptoms in the people that you know? What are you doing to go the extra mile to take interest in other people? It's easy to get caught up in your own life and everything you got going on. We've all got shit going on. But let's face it, if you've ever helped somebody out, if you've ever helped somebody through a hard time, when you get on the other side of that, man, you feel real good about yourself. And you should. It feels good to help people. It feels good to be selfless sometimes. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you need to be a selfish motherfucker. But sometimes you gotta take care of yourself, right? You gotta do you. But sometimes people aren't able to do that on their own. So they need some help. Now, specific to why not only having to start my life over again, but why this time of the year is always rough for me, is because I've had a few buddies, you know, within a, you know, say a 3-week period, leave this world. And not in the last few weeks, but it's this time of year. So, you know, thanks Facebook memories. I'm just joking. Of course I remember regardless, and think about these guys every day. They had a significant influence on my life and helped make me the person that I am. And it hurts that they're gone. It hurts every day. But we all deal with that shit in our own ways. But for me, it realigned the way that I engage other people. And to be truthful, it's a large reason of why I created this project, the Alpha Core, that I've been doing, trying to reach men specifically. Not just for badassery, which is fucking awesome, but for mental health. There's a lot of people out there that don't feel real good about themselves. They don't feel good about their lives. They may not think they have anything. You know, there's things people struggle with. Addiction, suicidal thoughts, prescribed medication. Some of this stuff, there's side effects. Or suicidal thoughts and depression. What the fuck? Something that's supposed to help you? Come the fuck on, man. Now, I'm pretty happy to say that no matter how shitty I have ever thought anything was at any one particular moment in my life, I've never thought about taking it. And that's me. Not everybody feels that way when dealing with life obstacles, conflicts, depression, all that stuff. So let's go back to that original question. What are you doing to help other people in your life? Because I'll tell you this from experience, and I'm not the only motherfucker out there, obviously, but you never know what it is that you may say to somebody that may be a turning point for them. The worst thing you can do is say nothing at all, or do nothing at all. You don't have to be the knight in shining armor. You don't have to be the one solving their problems. It's better that you don't. Just be engaged, be thoughtful, be a part of their life. And while you're caught up in your own shit, don't forget to let the people in your life who you choose to spend time with, I like to say who you are cashing your time in with, because it comes down to it, time's the most valuable thing that we have. And when you choose to spend it with other people, you are absolutely fucking cashing that time in, because there are tons of other things that you can be doing and people that you can be spending it with. So it is important that you're there, making those choices to be there. Man, I really don't know where the hell I'm going. So if you guys have some opinions, some suggestions, some words of wisdom from your experiences that may be extremely hard-earned, go ahead and throw them in the comments down below. All right, let's make this a discussion, because it needs to be talked about more. Negativity is toxic. It's like a fucking cancer, right? And the more you're around it, it is so easy to get caught up in that shit. Before you know it, you be drugged down into that deep, dark spot. So if you're comfortable with sharing a story, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Give the video a thumbs up if you think it's worthy, of course. And I challenge you other motovloggers, especially the ones down south who, you know, it's always riding season. You know, if you feel strongly about the subject, make a video. Make a video and talk about it. Let's make it something that is out there and talked about more. But I want you to check out this guy on Instagram. I've talked about him before in my Breaking Shit with Brando video. It's Ride Out of the Darkness, or at Ride Out of the Darkness. If I got it wrong, it's definitely not Ride Into the Darkness. If I got it wrong, I'll correct it and put it on the screen right up there somewhere. Anyway, he's been riding across the country, up, down, back and forth, upside down, inside out, 100,000 1,000 miles on his motorcycle this year to raise awareness of suicide. Retired Marine Corps guy, his name is Grant. We sat down and had lunch and shot the shit about a month or so back, a month and a half, whatever. Solid guy, and I really respect what he's doing. Put your life on hold and dedicate yourself to a purpose like that is extremely commendable. It's motivating. But anyway, didn't want to bring you guys down, but I do want to raise awareness of the subject. I want it to be talked about. I want people thinking about it. If you watch this video and you go up to your kids and you're like, hey kids, mom or dad, we fucking love you. You call up your mom, you call up your brother you haven't talked to in 6 months, whatever it is. Even if you choose to talk to somebody that you've never met before, give them a smile and ask them how their day is going, and actually mean it. Not the, hey, how's it going? Oh, good. Yeah, fucking, you know, the robot answers. Actually mean it. Go out there and engage with people and actually give a fuck. If you're able to do that, well, I'm happy you got something out of this video. Thanks for watching. You know what to do, subscribe and all that shit. Go ahead and share the video on every stinking platform you have. Catch you next time, guys.